Hello, good morning, ladies. How are we doing? Kate Saynor here from Strong Fit Women and from My Rehab Fitness. So one question that comes up a lot with me is, should you exercise in a fasted state? So we're talking about if you're doing a 6 a.m. workout like we do in my online group on a Monday and a Thursday, if you're doing this workout, should you eat breakfast beforehand? And is that going to be better for fat loss? Now, if you've never met me before, we've had a few new people in the group. I'm Kate Saynor. I'm a fitness instructor, PT for 20 years. I spent half of that training the trainers, teaching PT courses. I specialize in rehab, in Pilates and weights, and also in behavior change, helping you sustain those habits and come up with strategies to fit them around your life so they work for you. Anyway, let's get on to this one. So let's talk about the science, because when you understand the process, you'll be able to see why there's a few other factors at play. It's not a simple yes or no. So with your body, you've got a certain amount of glycogen. So think about it as sort of natural sugars in your body that your body's got ready to help give you energy when you start moving. Now, you've got normally around about up to about an hour's worth of exercise just within the muscles itself. So you start exercising, the muscles release that glycogen stores into the bloodstream, and you can use that then as energy to keep moving. Now, during the day we eat, so we sort of replenish those glycogen stores as we use them up. So you've probably got a bit more available in the daytime than you do first thing in the morning, because it's been such a long time since you've eaten. So what happens when those glycogen stores are used up? So your body then has a bit of a choice. What am I going to use for fuel then? And it's got two choices. It's got protein or it's got fat. Now, protein's a little bit easier to break down and use for energy than fat is. So if you're at a higher intensity and working quite hard, then it's going to opt for a bit more protein than fat, and it will always burn your carbohydrates, your fats and your proteins at the same time, but the proportions of these will change. Right, I understand in the comments if you're with me still. So we always go for the carbohydrates first to burn because it's easier on the body. Our bodies are quite lazy. They do the easiest route possible. So once those glycogen stores, your carbohydrates are used up, this choice happens. So if you're working at quite a low intensity, sort of low to moderate, then your body will say, do you know what? I'm not working as high. I don't need it quite as quickly. I'll take a slightly higher proportion of fat than the protein. So it may be, say, for example, you might burn 60% of your calories from your fat, and this is what we call your fat burning zone. Now, in order to burn enough fat calories to kind of make a difference to your body composition, because it's a lower intensity, you've got to work out for a lot longer. But if you are short on time, like we are in the mornings, you might work at a higher intensity, say, 75 right up to 85, even 90% of your maximum heart rate. And at that point, your body's like, hey, I need this a bit quicker. So I'm going to actually burn a little bit lower fat percentage because that's hard work for me to get the energy, even though I get heaps of energy when I break that down. It's a little bit too hard work. So we're going to take the quicker, the easier route. We're going to go for a bit more protein and any carbs I can find left and a bit less fat. So it might be, say, for example, just 40% of your overall calories you're getting from your fat. So is it better to be the lower intensity or the higher? Well, just imagine this. If you are only burning 100 calories, but you're burning 60% of them from your fat at that low level, you're only going to get 60 calories burnt from fat. And we can turn that into grams to work out exactly what that is, but you get the idea. If you work super hard and you're going to burn even more calories, then your percentage, even though it's lower, your fat calories will be more. So I like to think about it in money terms. If I offered you 60% of $100, or I said, hey, I'll give you 40% of $1,000, which is going to give you more money, $60 or $400? You're actually better going for the higher amount, but you get the less percentage, but you end up with more money. You get $400, even though it's only 40%, because the overall amount is bigger. And that's the difference between your low intensity and your high intensity. If your overall calories burnt is the same, kind of your 20 minutes cardio versus your hour, maybe hour and 10 minutes of low intensity, then if fat burning is your goal, you could go for the lower intensity, but do it for longer. because you'll end up then with about similar amounts of fat burn. So that's that difference between high and low. So that's where your body makes that choice. Now, with our workouts in the morning, we often do high intensity because we keep them short and sharp. So then we've got 2 questions to think about. 1, if I don't eat beforehand, actually 3, how long is my workout? If it's less than half an hour, maybe less than 45 minutes, you probably don't need to eat. If it's longer than an hour at any point through the day, then you want to make sure you've got a bit of backup fuel in there. So I'd always recommend having a little bit of something to eat beforehand, because the glycogen stores in your muscles just won't see you through. And then that brings me on to questions 2 and 3. If you don't eat, can you sustain the effort required to get the intensity you would if you'd eaten? Can you hit the same level intensity, or is your performance diminished because you haven't eaten? Then the next question is, you might be able to hit it, but can you sustain that level for long enough? Do you find you either can't work hard enough, that's that question, the first question there, or you find you get to 15, 20 minutes and you're just done? Or can you actually see the whole workout through? So it's not a simple yes or no. If you find your workouts are short in the mornings, that you can still hit the same intensity, so your same weights, your same heart rates, training zones, and you can train for the same amount of time at those intensities, go for it. You're going to burn more fat than if you had a little bite to eat beforehand. However, if your workouts are longer, you're going out for a long run or a long bike ride, I'd recommend you eat first. If you find you can't hit the weights, your performance is diminished, or you just find after about 15, 20 minutes you've run out of steam, you need to eat before breakfast. As far as the research goes, people generally find you're better off having food before a workout, because overall you're going to burn more because you work harder, you can go for longer. So I hope that helps. Let me know, do you exercise in the morning? Do you eat before you exercise? Pop a little note in the comments, tag somebody you've been having this discussion with recently, and let's have a little chat about it. Now, if you want to get more nutrition tips like this and ask me questions, get a little bit of support, come and jump on my 6-week transformation challenge. We start on Monday. Today is the last day to sign up, and I've got just 5 spots left now. I know a couple of those are going to go just this afternoon. I've had a few messages with some more ladies asking questions. So if you're keen, jump in. You can ask me questions like this. I'll do you some live videos to answer those. You're also going to get laid out for your meal plans, your breakfast, your snacks, your lunch, your dinner. You're going to get little swaps so that you can personalize it as well. You get your print and go shopping lists. What else? And some of the ladies watching this might have done the challenge before, and if you have, pop a little note to let us know how well you got on last time. You might have seen some of those comments come through on some of my other posts. Anyway, I've been talking about it all week because I'm so excited about it. I don't want you to miss out. If you are keen to reset your nutrition, get rid of your sugar cravings, lose the bloat, don't miss out, come and join me. I'll pop a link in the comments if you want to go and check it out, but don't forget, today is the last day. All right then, team, have a great day, and I will see you soon.